I ran this loot run 10 times and made over 7 million rubles. To get 10 successful runs, I loaded into Interchange 11 times, dying once with a survival rate of 91%. During the 10 runs, I encountered and killed 4 PMCs and 22 scavs, so you are going to need to bring at least a gun with you for some protection. On average, it took 12 to 13 minutes and I got over 700,000 rubles per run, with a low of 468,000 and a high of 936,000 plus some PMC loot on me. The run is back on the OG money-making map Interchange, running the backside of the mall between the power station and the Emicom extract, looting toolboxes, stashes, jackets, PCs, duffel bags, and loads of loose loot scattered around. Some notable finds during these runs were 5 car batteries, 7 spare metal parts, loads of thermite, dynamite, and sewing kits, and all these new cool items like the bulb X's and the pipe grip riches. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into an offline raid and show you what the run is about, how to get there, and what you need to be looking out for. Alright, so we're going to be starting off this loot run at the base of the Emicom extract ramp. So that's the Emicom extract just over there. We're at the ramp here that leads into the back of Ollie. The incursion is just over there, and we're going to be jumping up the pellets here onto the trailer and inside. The first thing we're going to be doing is going into the backside of Ollie right here. Now if you're still looking for car batteries, they spawn quite frequently in these cages here. You've got 4 possible spawns of car batteries there. You can find some loose loot up on the shelves here as well. Checking all around, get some tubes there, that's good. Come over to this toolbox here. Just want to do like a quick scan around. There should be some loose loot spawning on the shelves here. Come back out, check right there for something to spawn, and then another spawn back here, and another toolbox right here. And you're going to keep on moving on. Now, we're not going to be checking every single spawn location for loot, so there's a few duffel bags and toolboxes and weapon boxes that I'm not going to be checking. It's just about the smoothness of the run. You're just getting a linear path from one side to the other. That's the next location, that duffel bag right there next to the barrel fire, and then you want to come over here and check this table right here for loose construction items. We've got some WD-40. I've found things like the green batteries right there. Also found plenty of bolts, pressure gauges, thermometers, things like that. So very, very nice. Coming up, you want to come into the back of Goshen, sort of the Goshen run here, and come into here and check some ammo in this ammo box. Nothing good there. Actual spawn location for an AK-74N right there. If you're stuck on the Punisher Part 5 task that requires a found and raid one, you can find one there. Then you want to keep on moving up to this toolbox right here. Check the shelves along here as well. Get anything there. Check the bottom of these shelves. Move over here. Look at that with some Bulbex cutters. Some metal scissors. Keep looking. Nothing. There's another toolbox here. Now I like to do it where you loot that shelf and then come over, loot this shelf. And you loot that toolbox and then come back a little bit and check these shelves here. As long as you're checking all the shelves, it doesn't really matter the particular order that you do it in. But, you know, you really want to be looking for things like sewing kits and bolts and nuts and things like that. Then now that we're in the center, we've got a little bit of a bonus sort of here. We've got some med loot that can spawn here, got some Vaseline. You can also get some weapon attachments on this box here and on this table here. Then with the new weapon box buff, moving these couple of weapon boxes around is actually really, really good. No help. Bastion's quite nice. That wasn't as good as I was hoping, but it's not bad. Actually, shit, I kind of messed up because there's some shelving back here. Sorry. So you want to move from that toolbox to these shelves here. Check these shelves for some loot. And then you want to come into the center. There's also another weapon box just over here. Don't usually loot this one, but just because we're out here, we'll give it a look. There's a third weapon box right here as well. Gun? No gun. Okay. Maybe SKS down here. 870. Look up, keep an eye out for some loose loot that spawns on the bottom of these shelves. Spawn pretty much anywhere along them. We've got a duffel bag right here in the middle. So the forklift here, and moving along on the back side of this shelf, right, another toolbox. Move over to the right and check out these shelves right here. These shelves will go all the way to the end. Just keep looking at them and see if you can find anything sitting on there that you want to pick up. Keep in mind that this is an offline raid, so the loot tends to be a little bit different. It's usually on the lower side, so people can't actually come into raids and look for things specifically. But keep an eye out on these boxes and on the bottom of these racks here for some loose construction loot, and check this toolbox right here. We're going to keep on moving and underneath this shelf through this one as well for another toolbox. Keep on moving, make sure to be checking for loose loot. We've got a screwdriver right here. Flat screwdriver I think is worth it. Another screwdriver there. Keeping an eye out at all times. Survival lighter. It's a good little find. Over to the back here we've got another toolbox. So it's at this point where you would decide if you'd actually go down to the power station or run out to the railway extract. If you hear a lot of fighting and you don't want to engage in PvP, then I'd recommend running through office here, because at the time that you would actually get to this point, then usually the people that would loot the office would be gone by now, because that'd probably be the people that are actually fighting down at the power station. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can, or if you're going to do some more looting, if you're confident in going for the PvP, or there's no shooting and you think it's safe, you can run down here. And what you want to do is you're going to run down this ramp here, and you want to go off to the right a bit. So you run back this way a little bit, on the other side of the fence here. Because there is a hidden stash right at the back here. Really nice little hidden stash, this one. It ties in really nicely because we've got two toolboxes and a weapons box to loot here before we actually move into the power station. So these weapon boxes have a 100% spawn rate for the Iskra ration packs. If you need them found in raid, come here and pick those up. Kind of a bug, but it's more of like a feature at this point. There are certain weapon boxes that have the 100% spawn rate for the Iskra packs. Hey, another Bulbex. So at this point you want to actually run into the power station here. I tend to come in the backside here. There could be scavs hanging about, so be aware that you may need to engage in them. We've got 3 PCs to loot in here, just in this little area here. We've got a jacket, some filing cabinets there. We also got some loose tech loot that could possibly spawn GPUs. Just on the shelf, just over to our right here. So this is where you want to look for high tier loot, and on this shelf here. So we've got CPU. I've seen Tetris's GPUs on here and over there. The PC block right underneath the desk here. I tend to loot the filing cabinets here as well. This, well, yeah, that's 100k manual at the moment. Just a couple of days ago that was 500k. Now once you're done in that little sort of office area, you've got 3 toolboxes to loot here. Then we've got 4 jackets to check out as well. Now I've found some really good keys in these jackets. In the Scavs of Riches episode 2, I believe in that jacket right there I found the RB SMP key. It's worth 1 million rubles right now, so be sure to check those jackets, you never know what you're going to find in them. Find some food and ammo sitting on there as well. So from here, I saw that the car was up. Now this just... okay, the car is not up. But from here, if the car was up, you would come back here, pay to get in the car, turn around, and then sprint over here because there's another hidden stash to actually check out. Right here on this box you can usually find ammo or drinks and things. If you need some hydration, check that box. There's a hidden stash right here. Usually by the time you would loot this stash, you would actually be in the clear to run straight back to the car and extract immediately. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Supplies, and there we go. So 50 kilos. As you can see, like I have got one of the biggest rigs and backpacks you can get, and I'm full. So there's plenty of loot hanging around. Now that would only have been about 40 seconds at this point, so once you actually pay the money you have a minute to leave the car and get back. So at this point you would just extract. Now pretty much the same route would apply if the car wasn't here. You just leave that doorway, go out, loot the stash, and then just walk out to the railway exfil. That's pretty much it. If you spawned at the power station, I would just do the run in reverse. A couple times I've spawned over by the railway over there. I've run in through Idea, through the office there, and check for some Tetrises and things like that, and then come to the back side, just at the top of this ramp here. Instead of coming down here in the power station to start the run, I would just start it up there. So that toolbox that was just there, loot that one, and then I'll just keep working my way all the way over to the end of the column, track down the end of the map there. Yeah, that's it. And if we have a quick look, we've got 2 Bulbexes, so that's 130k right there. Gauge, it's up to 160. I think it's 100k at the moment, so 260, 300, you'll another 120, 420, just sort of loot. In general, you want to look at like 10k per square, so these helixes, bulbs, survival lighter, it's all worth a lot. This holds 35 slots, so your backpack you should be looking at 300 to 400,000 rubles. So, you know, we're looking at 500,000 rubles right here. Easy. It's just like a very nice, chill little money run that I hope you guys can get down and actually make some money. Now, if you find bolts and nuts, they are really good at the moment. Bolts are selling for about 30 to 35k, so usually you're actually going to find multiples of them. Just keep in mind that this was an offline raid, so the loot was worse than what you would find in an online raid. Hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck out there, and I'll see you in the next one.